Yo, have y'all been watching the Joey Badass versus everybody battle? Have y'all been keeping up with this joint? Oh, this thing is getting so dope. This is getting so dope. So recently, Joey, Absol, and Big Sean dropped a cipher over at Freestyle on Red Bull put it together, right? On YouTube. Fire. The beat was fire. Everybody verse was like better and better, right? All three of them joints, right? I thought originally I ain't gonna hold you. I thought Big Sean's verse was the best, even though Abs was dope, and Joey's was dope too. I mean, I can't even decide really, but Joey got some bars. Joey dropped some bars for folks, right? You know, Joey, since he dropped the rulers back, too much West Coast dick licking. That's what Joey said, right? Shots fired. Of course, Ab's right there. Absol's right there, and he's like, you put me in a sticky predicament, right? But it's all love, you know. It's all the sport of rap. Shout out to Screwface John, right? Go check his channel out. He's a reaction channel he's one of the greatest. Screwface is my spirit guide when it comes to these like reaction joints to projects like this, to tracks that drop, singles that drop, battle raps and stuff, because that energy that Screwface brings to the mic and to YouTube is how I be feeling. I'm listening to this stuff and watching these projects, and so, you know, Ab is, you know, is West Coast, you know, TDE affiliate and all that, and so Joey is shooting at all West Coast, and so, but Joey had some bars in that cipher, but Joey had been started from way before. He dropped some bars about DAYLYT, and so DAYLYT came back with that backpack tracks. Go check. That's another one, right? So this is all puzzle pieces for this joint, right? Anybody drop it back and forth. This is rap battles, right? Rap. It's not beef. I wouldn't call it beef. Nobody's really like going outside or nothing like that, right? But freaking DAYLYT drops backpack like 2 weeks ago, before the Red Bull cipher. That joint was tight. You open it. The video shows him open up the bag. He's grabbing stuff out of his backpack, right? Got the blicky in there too, you know. And then the video goes on to him skateboarding, and then there's a beat switch, and then the beat switch, he start going in, right? Start going in on Joey, right? Okay, so Joey had to respond in the cipher, right? In that joint, in the cipher, Joey talks about man, Joey calling everybody out. Ray Vaughn he calls Ray Vaughn out, so Ray Vaughn has to drop some joint. Ray Vaughn responded with a track called Whole Era, right? And in the Whole Era, Ray Vaughn is like, he dropped the bar talking about, you know, I'm gonna turn you into a rollout. Now remember, Vaughn just dropped Good Bad Dollar Menu. We covered it last time. Ah man, Vaughn is already on fire because that mixtape was freaking fire. And so he's like, yo, this battle is brewing with East and West, and well, it's mostly Joey versus everybody. So Vaughn is like, yo, this is the perfect time for me to like hop in. He called me out. He said, you know, so boom, like he's like, oh, I'm gonna he said to Ray, he said, you're gonna be the next artist to drop. I don't remember how it goes, but it's something like, you're gonna be the next artist that Top gonna drop, that TDE gonna drop, and I'm gonna be the reason. Reason has his own little situation with TDE, you know. So Reason catching a stray. So Vaughn responded with that joint, and of course that, hey, Vaughn's got to respond because you got to strike while the iron is hot. And Ray just dropped a dope mixtape. I don't know what the fucking album is anymore. If that's not an album, that's one of the best cohesive projects, top to bottom, that I've heard in a long time, especially for, let's say, this year. And so he drops that, right? Joey then comes back to respond to Vaughn with a track called The Finals, right? And in The Finals, he calls out Vaughn, and he responds to Vaughn, and he's calling out Kendrick. Now, you're not gonna get Kendrick. Okay, you calling people out to make him come out? Okay, boom, fool's gonna have to respond, right? But again, this is all rap. Oh yeah, this is what I mentioned with Screwface. Screwface was talking about like he sells these merch called hip hop is a sport, and that's what it is. This is all sport, right? This is all like, yo, who's got bars for each other, and like who's gonna come out with a better verse, who's gonna come out with a better track. You know, just battle rap stuff. Like no street stuff. This is just like how rap go, right? So you know, some of these cats are actually like battle rappers. So it's like this is their lane, right? And so we're gonna get the trick here is to see who can come out with a not like us. It's a diss track, but it's also like a banger, right? That could end up winning something like Grammys or get awards or get streamed and stuff like that. So all of these are streaming, but it's all on YouTube, of course. Some of them have video components, but okay. So, but it's all a sport. Reason, who Joey was like mentioned, like Reason's like, yo, what you talking about? He drops a new joint called Dead Apple. Dog, this is back to back to back. These dudes is dropping within days. Within days. I don't know if this is scripted or how this joint, but this drama is freaking amazing. The verses are dope. Everybody is spitting. Everybody is barring up. It's freaking dope. I'm like, okay. So, but again, Reason, that's another West Coast rapper, right? So like, where's the East? This is just Joey versus everybody. Where's everybody else? Like, no, we need more. We need more. Hey, dog, we can't. Dog, it makes me really question. Can we really beat the gorilla? Like, can we really beat the gorilla? We can't get more than one nigga to come out to stand up with Joey. Oh, what you got a line on that joint that say, who got that line? Was it Vaughn? Talking about some you Kaepernick, ain't nobody ain't nobody standing with you. You only Kaepernick by himself? Yeah, because that happened. Kaepernick by himself taking a knee, everybody else is just like, well, you know what I mean? Hey, more politics. It's just like watching from the distance. Hey, but shout out to Joey though. Joey holding it down. Joey's holding it down. I think the best song so far is Whole Era. Vaughn, you know, that's a play off of Pro Era. I think CJ, did CJ drop something? I think CJ might have dropped something. You know, so that's maybe one other than Joey. But like, I'm not even sure if CJ dropped anything. But where is the East? Where's everybody? What y'all doing? Like, he got a bar in there that says like, you let what's her name? Not Sexy Red. What's his shorty name? What's the shorty name up there? You let something. What's that? You let something be the king of New York. You let Posh. Is it Spice? What's that girl name? Spice become king of New York. What's her name? You let Ice Spice. You let Ice Spice become king of New York. Like, oh, hey. And Ice Spice was popping for a second there, but yo, like, to say that New York has fallen off that bad, dog, that's fire. That's fire. And like, I love it. I love that angle because it's like, oh, I'm calling out all of y'all to come outside. Come outside, join this party and get on the mic. Why ain't nobody else stepping up with Joey? So I'm like, I mean, where's Jim Jones? Like, I get he's old school, but he's still dropping. He drops a project every year at least, if not twice. Jim Jones still active. What's up? Get on the mic. He calling out the East Coast. What's up? If anything, what about Griselda? I get it. Griselda's a little different. They Buffalo and whatnot. But like, man, that's still the East. That's New York. You know what I mean? They rep New York. They be, you know, in they bars. So what's up? Where y'all at? Griselda, bro, could you imagine? Stove God. My homie, I can't really see him getting in the mud like this. I can't really see my homie getting in the mud like this though. But Stove God, Benny, spin some bars. That shit'll be freaking dope. Even Westside Gun, but Westside Gun too rich for this shit. Right? We too rich for this. Can't nobody. A lot of the bars is talking about people, you know, people money. Is, you know how rap is. You know, talking about like, you know, it's all dick measuring, people money, and so like, Westside Gun is way too rich for all this, right? So he can't even like, man, what we gonna say about him? You know what I mean? And then he drops a project, and his project's a fire, right, as well, and he does it on the side. So okay, Westside, stay out. I need Gun to stay out of this, but like, yo, I need Griselda, some of these other Griselda cats to step in. Maybe even Boldy, come outside, Boldy, you know, you got projects, you know what I mean? You coming in, you active, let's go. But even with all that said, I, for you know what I mean? I'm gonna volunteer Denzel Curry for tribute. What I mean is, the South should have something to say with all this. The South is sitting back, watching all this stuff going on. Y'all ain't got, the West is popping, been popping, they up. Joey Badass trying to wake the wake up the mics on the East. The South should have something to say. We know Andre ain't got nothing to say. That boy on the putting out these disrespectful piano albums. got jazz artists freaking writing all kinds of death threats. Disrespecting the art. That Andre piano project was disrespectful, and I know why they mad. And I'm not even into jazz piano like that, but I know why they mad. But yo, what's up? The South, Denzel, Big S the Plug, dog. Let's do it. Let's do it. Matter of fact, who was this? Joey had a bar that said might delete later, but Joey won't. That's calling you, Cole. Cole, that's right there. You wanted to dabble. You stepped off, right? You know, in that Kendrick Drake joint. Here's your chance to go with your whistle. You wanted to be in it anyways. Here you go. Represent the South. So for the South, we got Big X, we got J. Cole, and Denzel Curry. Come on, man, hop on board. Let's do this. Show these boys what's up. We got bars down here too.